it is Whitney from lifebywhitney.com, and I am so excited to bring you this new tool for journaling. This is the Door Hanger Extreme, and it is a complete game changer. So I've been making layouts for like 3.5 years now, and I wish I would have had this tool the whole time. I finally just decided to make it, and I finally got them, and they are in the shop now. But I want to show you exactly how it works. I want to show you how it can save you time by eliminating all the counting. You don't have to worry about dividing your page into equal sections. You don't have to do any calculating, any dividing at all. This also acts as your ruler, so this is like all in one. I'm going to show you a quick unboxing, and then I'm going to show you a little bit of how it works and some layouts that I've made with it already. Okay, so this is what you get if you order the Door Hanger Pro. This is a hand letter envelope from me, and you get 2 of them. So always get 2 door hangers with any order, and I usually throw in some fun stickers and stuff like that. So this looks super complicated, I know. Like once you look at it, you're like, that's a little confusing, Whitney. It's a little too much, but I swear, once you get the hang of it, it's super easy. And I even made a little guide to show you exactly how it works. I'm going to go through this very quickly and actually show you the real thing while I'm doing it. So this tool definitely works with the Archer and Olive A5 dotted journal. It works with the Leuchtturm A5 dotted journal and the Scribbles That Matter. I've tested them all. They are 26 squares across and 38 squares down. So 27 dots across and 39 down. So they are all 1/2 centimeter each. So this has seriously been in the works for years. I originally wanted something that would count the squares, because when I'm making my layouts, I never had anything that would actually count it. So I made this to line up right with the page, and it actually counts from 1 to 38 here and lines up perfectly with the squares in your book. It also does the same thing if you line it up at the bottom. It counts from 1 to 26, or you can scoot it up and it counts from 1 to 26 in here. So let me quickly explain this split on dots and split exact. So split on dots means when you line it up, it'll actually fall exactly on the dot grid of your journal. So the split exact is different because you won't have any leftover space. Everything will come out perfectly even, but the lines may not necessarily fall exactly on the dots here. So the front side is for the bottom or top of your journal. You can line it up like this, or like this, or on either side like this or this, and it counts the boxes for you. Just make sure that the 2 arrows are lined up with the 2 dots. So this would be lined up with the very innermost dot, this would be lined up with the last dot. Same with the back, this will line up with the very top, and this will line up with the bottom. These are the numbers that ask you how many rows or columns you want to split up your page into. So say you want to make a 7-day, 7 rows. You could slide it under here for maybe 7 days of the week. Find the orange rectangle 7 up at the top, and you can use the split on dots to make a little mark at every orange dot there is. So go down the orange column here and find those. You can even line it up right up flush with your page, and it'll show you, just make sure the 2 arrows are lined up with the top dots, and it should line up right on the dots to make 7 equal columns. And you can use the other door hanger as a ruler. That's what I like to do. And then draw the lines like this. Since I'm looking at the split on dots, there is going to be a few leftover spaces because it's not going to come out evenly. The calculation is done. You're going to have 3 leftover spaces up here for a header. So that's a super easy, cool little weekly spread. Put your header up here and then have 7 equal sections. Say you don't want a header, you can just look at the split exact, find the 7, and you can do this on either side. Make sure those arrows are lined up, and then you'll see where those dots will fall. So these little numbers up here are how many spaces are actually in between each dot. And then this bottom part is the leftover space again. Depending on whether you want leftover space at the bottom or the top, you can do it either way. on either side, just depending on how far you kind of push the door hanger into your page. And then these are the start and end. So of course the multicolor is always going to be the top start or the bottom start. And then these are the kind of the ends, just since you'll have leftover space, those little ends kind of come down here. So that's the front. The back is basically the same. The solid dots are going to be found in the split exact section. The open dots will be found in the other section. So here's example 1. I'll actually show you in my book. This is a weekly spread with 4 equal columns on both sides. So I turned the tool sideways, and this is on the front. So when I line the arrows up with the very first dot, I find the 4. I want to make sure there's 4 equal sections. And to make it easier, I can kind of push the thing down just a little bit where the dots line exactly up. So you can see I'm lined up 4 equal sections, and then I'm lined up with those purple dots here all the way down. Same thing on the other page. Slide it in, find the 4, make sure the arrows are lined up, and ta-da, those little purple dots, if you follow them down, those are your dots you need. And what I did on this side, it looks like I made it in half. So the halfway is always going to be the same, so you find the 2 on split exact and split dots, and it's going to show you that little mid-range. So the second example, I'm making a calendar here with 7 equal rows. This is a sideways monthly calendar. I do want split on dots because I wanted that little extra section up here for a header. So I'm going to find the 7 on the side, line it up, and then you see where those orange dots are where I put these lines. So I always start with a pencil graph, so I would graph those out. And then I count how many weeks are in November. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I turn it over, line it up, and I see that I have the extra space on the left side. So I used this one. And then where those green dots are is where I come down and connect those lines. And then the last thing I want to show you is how to make it more than 8. So I was making this fun spread, the Morse code spread, and I counted how many characters I needed, and it is 36 because I did the alphabet, 26 characters plus the 10 numbers here. So I decided to make 10 rows and 4 columns, so that's actually 40 separate sections. So what I did, I know I don't have a 10 on my door hanger, so I used the 5. So I did want to do split exact, and I'm looking at the 5. So I find the green 5, and this is where I put my first lines. So line it up, I would put my first long lines here on the green dots, and then once I get those 5 separating lines, then I'd pull it down halfway, so I'd find the halfway point and put the arrow here to actually make the rest of the separating lines. So I'd start here and pull it on through. This one is a quick 3x3 grid. I use the split exact because there's no extra sections for headings. I found the 3 here, and then I did the same thing at the bottom and found the 3 here under split exact. These are just stickers, but in order to make these sections even, I did the same thing. I did 3 or 2x3, so it's going to be 3 tall. I did split exact because I wanted it equal, and I put the yellow line across here. I used a pencil line, and then I did the halfway point with lining it up here. Same thing on the next page, and then there's a January layout. So I think I did 5 tall here. And so that green line is where it falls, and then I had the bottom space was the 3 extra here for this little extra room. So what do you think? I think this is like the only tool that I'll ever need. If you order, I do ship these internationally. It's $1 for US shipping and $2 internationally, like anywhere in the world. This is also available in a digital version, so if you want to print as many copies as you want, if you don't want to pay shipping, you can just go and download it right now and start using it right now. So if you need layouts, so if you don't want to come up with your own layouts right now, I have over 100 in my VIP vault that is free for my subscribers. I'm going to link all this stuff in the info here. There's also monthly bundles with new exclusive spreads in my shop. So if you need any ideas, definitely check those out for time spreads. I do have that post with over 300, almost 400 bullet journal ideas. So tell me what you think about the new door hanger. This is my favorite thing so far. I don't think it'll ever need updating. And I have a ton that I'm ready to share with you. So I want to see what layouts you make. Definitely tag me Life by Whitney, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.